But of course, when those reactions are ready, I'll bring them onto you. But on the program, the two major political parties in the race will be talking to us on the exercise and why, the reasons, and the kind of disturbances we saw in Bayelsa State. Well, joining me to discuss this is the Director General of the Dixon PDP campaign organization in this election. It's Chief Fred Egberi. Thank you so much for joining me on Politics Today tonight.
It's a pleasure being with you, Shem.
Your party...
And good evening, Nigerians.
Your party have been talking about this election. In fact, we saw protests immediately after, during the coalition exercise holding in Yanagwa Town Hall there. And a lot of questions on the minds of everybody is Southern Ijaw, the reasons why it was cancelled. From your own standpoint, as a political party, tell me, what does your party take away from the exercise? And your candidates have said that is going to set up a commission of inquiry into the reasons why the security challenges that we saw in that election. What's your party's immediate reaction on this?
For us as a party and the PDP, we are really not happy with what happened because we were coasting to victory. Victory was already ours, and we were unhappy that what happened on that day. This was because, one, the electoral body did not listen to the voice of reason from the people from the local government, where they said there was total insecurity and it would be completely impossible for them to conduct the election on that Sunday. Because from all evidence that was available to the people, it was the security forces and INEC was really not ready to take charge and take control of the insecurity that was being experienced at that moment. But of course, INEC was the umpire, and then with the security agencies, they insisted that the election must go on that day. And up till about 2 p.m., when they started distributing the materials, we see, a lot of insecurity and connivance, of the military and the APC to unleash terror on innocent Southern Ijaw local government people who were ready to cast their votes on that day. So for us, we are in pains that an election we would have won at a go, was denied us, in the first ballot.
All right. If you say a connivance of security and the APC, what exactly do you mean? Because, the APC are also saying your party are the cause of the violence that we saw in Southern Ijaw. But now you're saying that the APC is the reason. What do you mean exactly?
APC couldn't have said that PDP was the cause of violence. Of course, all the people that are on record that were arrested, all the people who were seen to have played one aggressive, violent role or the other, are members and leaders of APC and not of the PDP. And so there is no way you say that it was the PDP that was involved in violence. Let me let you know and let Nigerians know that the duty of PDP was to ensure that we support voters of Bayelsa to cast their vote in that election. Because we know that when Bayelsans cast their vote in a free and fair election, we are going to win. 1 million times they cast their votes, we are going to win. So we never needed any violence to secure the votes of Bayelsans. But the APC people, one, knew that if Bayelsans are allowed to cast their votes, they are certainly going to lose the election. And so one way they thought that they were going to snatch victory away from the PDP was to be violent, was to hijack materials, was to snatch materials. That was their motive.
But do you have evidence? Just a moment, Chief
Agberi,
if I may ask you, yes. Just a moment. This, do you have evidences as to the allegations that you're making now about the APC being in connivance? That's exactly the point I want. Because when you're saying the APC, the question would be, do you have evidence?
Let me say it this way. First of all, Dixon is the candidate of the PDP and the governor of Bayelsa State. Way before the elections, Dixon had raised issues of security concern. that these and these are likely things that were going to happen to mar the elections. He did say so, but nobody took him serious. Let me tell you number 2 thing. Dixon was a candidate of PDP and the incumbent governor of Bayelsa State. I led both the campaigns in his primaries and the PDP campaigns. Check our political history. Dixon had gone to the House of Reps twice without any violence. Dixon won the first election that has put him in office for about 4 years. There was no violence from the PDP. Now look at the history of Silva, the APC candidate. You can catalog issues of violence up to the primaries, where even Governor Shomole had to cry out for help from the federal authority. Look at the history of his Director General of Campaigns, Senator Henikin Lokpobiri, who is the Minister of State Agriculture. Check out his history of violence. When he contested for chairmanship of a Keremon local government, the level of violence he unleashed on his colleagues who were contesting the election.
These are allegations. These are grave allegations that you are making. No, I'm listening. Just a moment.
When he
just a moment.
For just a moment. House of Assembly, he unleashed terror
just
on
a moment.
The people.
When you are saying on national television, international television, that is, and you are saying that someone unleashed terror, you must have fact. If the person is not been arrested and been convicted for these are grave allegations. That's what I'm saying.
Well, if you are waiting for arrest and conviction, then wait until some of these people will kill the whole of Bayelsa, will kill the whole of Nigerians, and then you begin to say that this is what
I'm simply asking.
I am telling you about the history of politicians.
Just a moment. Do you validly can say what are your evidences? Are people alive who can testify that truly they were the root cause or the causes of the violence? That's what I'm saying. If you can give them, because Nigerians will not want to be misled in this particular.
Are you aware when Henikin Lokpobiri contested Senate election against Senator J.K. Brambafa and Sabama had massive explosion that consumed people's properties and lives? Are you aware of that?
I'm in this country.
You are in this country. You are aware of that.
Yeah.
So you see, don't hide things. Are you also aware in 2011 what happened in the senatorial race in this country, where even Jega, the INEC chairman, declared him wanted? What happened? This is clear history, recorded history, evidence that is clear to all and sundry. And you are saying here that we don't know about it. We don't know what it is. There's no evidence. There's no arrest.
I'm just simply asking.
Let us hide.
If
let
you
us
can
stop
validly
hiding
defend
these
your
things.
case, that's what I'm saying.
So
not
let
a
us
matter of
stop
hiding
these things. When we have people whose stock in trade is violence, whose political history is associated with violence and brutality, you should be able to say, look, the history of these people is written in this manner, such that anytime, anywhere you find them in a group, what you expect is violence. And that is why you see the APC candidate, Timipre Silva, a violent person who came and unleashed terror on innocent Bayelsans who had turned up to cast their votes for a candidate of their choice. You see a Director General of the APC campaign who has a long history of violence, that, has brought in violence in a peaceful election that Nigerians Bayelsans were ready to cast their vote. Some APC members are saying your party is perhaps just scared of the APC because you know that they have a two-third spread in about 6 states, 6 local government areas, and you're not too sure that the Southern Niger might just be for the APC. That's what they are claiming. No, we don't care about that. We have 33 votes. If they have the spread, don't we have the spread? Take, for example, if you're talking about spread, if they have the spread, don't we have the spread? If they have the numbers, which they don't have, we have the numbers. We are saying, Shehu, listen, we are telling the world that, look, INEC, get the materials to every community. Let the people cast their votes. We are protecting the voters to come out and cast their vote, while the others are trying to kill the voters, are trying to maim the voters, are trying to violently deprive the people from casting their vote. That is the issue. We as PDP, we are saying, take the materials to the voting units. The people will cast their vote, and 1 million times we will win. You don't kill people who will vote for you. You protect them. They want to kill people that they believe that will not vote for them.
Are you blaming INEC in this exercise?
First of all, if INEC had listened to the voice of reason on that day, that look, INEC, security agencies, you are not prepared enough to get these materials to the people to cast their vote. What happened will not have happened. We would have won our election in one ballot. So we are not happy that this happened. We that are sure of victory, that would have been celebrating our victory before now, are not happy that this happened. And it was because they felt that they were going to orchestrate a result. That was why they insisted that it should happen. But you see, the nemesis are caught up with both the security agencies and INEC.